Yes guys, welcome to Just How Do I Do It. In this video I'm going to show you how to make your graphics card way better. Now, this refers to RTX cards, because obviously, GTX cards aren't supported anymore. So, what I'm going to do is take you through a few steps of how you can increase the power of it, not just the power though. I'm also going to show you how you can get better quality out of it as well, if you want more visuals and you want it to look good. Obviously, that is going to affect your FPS if you do have it like that. But yeah, if you do like this content and it does help, leave a comment, smash the subscribe button, make sure you do, because it really does help me out, and smash the like button. Anyway, this is for RTX cards. Now, this means you're going to need the NVIDIA app. So once you've got the NVIDIA app installed, which is pretty simple, you go to the internet, you type in NVIDIA, just like so. Obviously put app next to it. I'm a bit silly, Anna. And then you just want to click on the top one. And then you'll be given this, accept. And then obviously you've got a download button. So make sure you download that, because then obviously you'll be able to access the stuff that I'm going to show you in a moment. Now, once you have got the app, click on it. You might have to log in. It might not ask you to log in. You don't need to log in. Obviously, I'm not logged in. But you can still do all the same things. You can still change the performance and all the other fun stuff as well. What you want to do is come down to drivers first. You want to make sure that it's up to date, because that's one way to make it better already, just by making sure it's got the latest update. Now, once you've done that, you then come down to graphics. And this is obviously where you can optimize your games. So if you want, best performance and you want it to balance it, then the best thing to do is to click optimized. And then obviously it'll optimize the game. So as you can see, these are the games that I play. And obviously each one of them has an optimize button on there. Global settings. When you come across to this, you have RTX Dynamic Vibrance, which I have on, and RTX HDR, which I also have on. Now, bear in mind that having these turned on will affect your performance, but only in the tiniest of margins. You're probably only going to lose like 2-3% of actual FPS. So that's why I keep them on. Now, if you are using a 1080p monitor, obviously I'm not. I'm using a 4K 120 FPS TV. Well, 4K 120 Hz TV, sorry. And obviously that's why I've got, RTX Dynamic Vibrance and RTX HDR on, because obviously it just makes it look that bit better. Anyway, when you come down, you've got this, the DSR factor, so you can click on this. And if you have got a 1080p monitor, what you can go ahead and do is on this, you will have 4K at the bottom on legacy scaling. And once you click that, you can then apply it, and then it will then make your games be able to run in 4K. Obviously, it's not going to be like actual 4K, it's just going to upscale that tiny bit more. So it will look better, but you will get obviously a lot of drops in FPS if you do change that, depending on what graphics card you've got. If you've got an RTX 4090 or a 5090, then you'll probably have no problems by turning that on. But if you have got a 5090 or a 4090, you're probably already using a really good PC and a really good monitor that's already 4K. Right. Anyway, you've got smooth motion. Obviously, I haven't got smooth motion because obviously my TV doesn't support it. I don't think. Obviously, low latency mode, I keep that off because sometimes it can affect your FPS. But if you want to turn that on because you're getting drops, you can turn that on and it will help. Right. You've also got G-Sync compatible. This is on by default, or you can have it at fixed refresh. It's entirely up to you. If your monitor or TV supports G-Sync compatible, then have that turned on. And then you'll have vertical sync and stuff like this. So you've got vertical sync, which you can have on, if you want that on. If you don't have vertical sync on, it can cause screen tearing, obviously, and that's just really annoying. You get better FPS, but you get screen tearing. So it's not really playable that much. If you forget about the lines and the tearing on the screen, then you can play it. But it honestly, trust me, it's horrible. Anyway, then you can come down to power. Oh, sorry, go up to power because obviously we've just been talking about vertical sync. And you click on power, and you've got normal or you've got prefer maximum performance. Now I have it on normal default because that means the graphics card will run at high speed if it needs to, and it'll run low if it needs to. If you have it on, obviously, maximum power, it's just maximum power all the time. Now, if you want that on maximum power, you are going to get, obviously, better performance, but you are going to, obviously, have your graphics card running constantly, even on idle. Now, once you've done all this and you've looked at all these, shader cache size, I have that on unlimited, and that's just so it can send textures and stuff, so the CPU and the GPU can obviously combine together, and then obviously they both know what's happening. So I have that on unlimited. You don't have to. You can have it on. They recommend 10 gigabyte or more is usually all right. I've just dropped something there. Anyway, once you've done all this and you've looked at all these stuff, obviously image scaling, you don't really need to do that unless you really want to. So you can turn that on, and it'll obviously, turn up the sharpness of obviously the display. Now, obviously, I don't use that, so obviously that's why I've got it off. And then once you've looked at all these, you can then come to obviously system. This only works on RTX cards, by the way, so just bear that in mind. And if you come to performance, you can actually turn your performance up on your graphics card. As you can see, I've got an RTX 3060, which is a 12 gig card, and it's alright. You can also automatic, tune the card if you want to, and it'll overclock it for the best settings. Advanced, you've got these options in here as well, but you don't need to bother with them. And you've also got video. Now, what this is good for is super resolution. So obviously it makes stuff look better for applicable apps, basically. So let's say you want to watch a video, but you want it to look good, then you can turn that on and put it on high GPU priority. HDR, you can have that on as well if you want to. But yeah, that is just a few things that you can do to make your graphics card run that little bit better. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope it helped. Obviously, let me know in the comments below. Sorry it's not the best video in the world, but I don't work in a PC shop. I've just learnt things. As the days go on, I learn new things, and I talk to other people about it. And obviously, I like to help others because I figured it out, and I want other people to figure it out. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.